Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. I'm super excited to show you these 17 facts about Crete. So if you wonder about some facts that you want to know about Crete, then you need to stick around for the whole video and learn something new. So I've been here for a while and I got to rack up all of these really nice facts. Just sit back, relax and enjoy the really nice b-roll that this video is gonna have and just learn new things. So just jumping into number one. Did you know that the Greek people living in Crete, they have their own flag? Yep, they do. And it's a little bit different from the one that is the normal like Greece flag. It is having like a little star up in the corner, for example. It's really cool actually, and I didn't know about this when I started my first season working here, so that's really cool. Number two is actually that there is more than 200 gorges here in Crete, and on these gorges most of them you can walk alone, or there is actually guided tours. For example, the very infamous Samora Gorge and the Imbros Gorge. These are super amazing for you to walk around with a guide. Jumping into number three, there is about 630,000 people living on Crete right now in 2022. So that is super cool fact to know. And also jumping into number four, did you know that agriculture is like super important here in Crete, and that they would actually be able to sustain themselves even if all of the tourism just ended tomorrow? They would be able to sustain themselves on everything that they grow. And that is because of number five, because they do grow so many things here, and it's not actually just olives that they grow here on Crete. They do actually grow a lot of other things, and some of those things are like plums, watermelons, they have dates, figs, apples and pears. There's so many things that they grow here because it's a really good place for agriculture and they have so many different options. Jumping into number six, that is actually wine has been produced here on the Crete island like for so many years, and they actually started already back in the Bronze Age by the Minoans. That is an amazing fact to know. The wine is so old, it's really nice and gives you that little Game of Thrones feeling, doesn't it? Wine here and wine there, even though they weren't Minoans though. Still. Number seven, the island of Crete is very popular for the expat community, and it actually is a known fact. Many people after retiring, they move here to Crete or other Cretan islands to be here and live here after their retirement basically. So it's very popular to start doing that after you retire. Maybe you're gonna be the next person. Number eight, did you know that the waters are so clear around the coasts here on the island, so you can actually see up to 40 meters deep from the above? That is like truly super cool, and I've been there, I've seen it. It's super beautiful clear water, and that actually belongs over to number nine, which is that the island is actually has the biggest number of beaches all of the Greece islands that there is, and that is why they were actually rewarded with the blue flag as they call it. On Crete, for number 11, there is actually the oldest olive tree that we know, and it is actually over 2,000 years old. You can actually visit this tree yourself. This tree is actually located in one of the old towns or villages called Kavosi, and here you can then go in the little cafe that is in the near area, and you can also just explore the tree. It's like huge. I've been to one of them. It's amazing. Did you know for number 12 that in the prehistoric times in Crete they actually did have elephants? Yep, they did, but they were actually called more of a dwarf mammoth. That's a really cool fact I didn't know, and just imagine having your own dwarf mammoth as your best friend. Really cool, I say. Jumping in then to number 13 of this list, we do have that the animals here on Crete is like so special because these are not on other places. For example, the wild goat that is on Crete that is very popular, also named the Kri goat. They are extremely popular here, and you can see them sometimes around the gorges on the island. But there is actually other animals, for example like the Cretan wild cats that is around here on the island as well. I haven't seen one of those yet, but I do know that they exist. 14. The region of Crete is actually made of around 13 different islands, and many of them are just around Crete itself. And just to name a few of these would be, for example, Elefonici, Gramvosa, Spinalonga and Soda. These are some of the examples, but there's like 13 in total. It's truly cool to know about. The oldest city in Europe is actually located here on Crete, which is number 15. This place is called Knossos. This is like the oldest city that was here in Europe, and this is the most like visited archaeological site that is in Europe. So many many tourists come here every year for every season to explore this old city, which is super beautiful still, even if it's all big ruins. Number 16. Oh, we're going fast here. But in the mythology, to please the god Zeus, then Hercules actually drove all of the harmful animals off the island of Crete, and through that there actually is no more harmful animals left on the island, so they're basically harmless, which is super cool to know. And actually, while talking about it, for the last one is that it is said that the legendary god Zeus was actually born here on Crete itself, which is actually a super cool fact to know about. And you can actually visit his birthplace, as they say, which is located on the other side of the island, and here is a cave, and in the cave itself, that is where you can visit his birthplace. Super cool to know about. I hope that you guys loved to see this video and just to learn a little bit more about Crete itself. So I do have the whole list, and I'm gonna make more of these videos, but stick around because I want to recommend you to watch this next video here, so you can learn more about Crete itself. So just continue watching there, and I'll see you in that next video. Oh, and just before that, just hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Bye.